A year into the coronavirus crisis, kids are struggling with how different their lives have become, and it's caused a spike in youth suicide in California and across the country. As we've reported, State Assemblyman Jesse Gabriel is pushing a bill to create a statewide protocol to connect kids in trouble to needed services. And in the Sacramento City Unified School District, a different kind of system is already in place. Here to share more about this is Victoria Flores, the district's Director of Health Services and Student Supports, and Jennifer Spiegler, Senior Vice President of Kognito, a technology company helping the district drill down on these issues. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Now, Victoria, what has been happening with kids in your district as this pandemic has lingered? What have you been seeing when it comes to their mental health?
Yeah, we know our students are really struggling. We've held learning sessions with our students, and they are telling us this has been really, really hard on them. And so we've done everything we can to push out resources, provide training or support sessions, including, launching a virtual calming room. But there's so much that the adults can do in our district as well to support our students and recognize when they're in distress.
And Victoria, what does the Kognito technology help the district maybe do differently than you were doing at the start of all of this?
Yeah, so we actually launched Kognito the year previous. So this is an online virtual experience that's evidence-based that trains teachers and all school staff and educators on how to recognize the signs of distress and respond. And so we did an at-risk simulation the year prior. And then this year, we furthered and deepened that education with the trauma-informed module for K-12 educators. And so we were so grateful we had already done this because it made it very easy and accessible. And one of the things our teachers tell us is they really appreciate that it's responsive in real time. And so it really deepens their learning.
You must be, as you said, so thankful for that visionary kind of planning, because it set you up probably better than a lot of districts were for this kind of scenario when they're looking for any tool that can help. And you were already a little ways into this and kind of refining it for the situation that we're in with the pandemic. Now, Jennifer, in a time when people are kind of exhausted by having to interact virtually, the Kognito system is more virtual training. Have you kind of gotten over that hurdle with folks, and how does it work? How is it succeeding?
You know, it's not another Zoom meeting, which is actually great. It's an opportunity for people to practice really important conversation skills that they can use to talk with students about concerns, things they might have noticed, and create the conditions for a successful handoff to mental health support in Victoria's department. So they can do this on their own. They can do it in their own time. It's really engaging. Teachers love it. You know, we survey our users all the time. They give this program such high marks, and they've been very grateful to have it in the pandemic because the skills that we're teaching are so applicable to this moment when everybody is starved for connection. We're really empowering them to have that conversation with students in distress or their parents or their peers.
So, Jennifer, once depression, anxiety, or even suicide risk is identified in this system through the practice that people are actually able to do virtually, what is the next step? Is it, okay, now that we've done this and we think we know where we are, time to have that face-to-face conversation, or is there another step in there?
You know, we're very conscious of not asking school professionals to be mental health professionals. They have a big enough job, especially now. What we want them to do is leverage their relationships with students that they have already. So you notice a change in a kid's behavior, you can ask them about that. You can talk to them about that. You can use best practice techniques to ask them open-ended questions and get some real answers so that you can know what level of support you need to hand them off to. Is this a crisis? Are they in a suicidal crisis? Or is this something that can be handled tomorrow or, you know, with an email to the counseling staff? So it really makes the staff eyes and ears for the whole system. and helps them build their relationships with kids in the meantime, which is a protective factor for kids. We know that.
Exactly. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning to share about this. Teachers have so much on their plate right now, and they're so concerned about the students in their classes. So another way to get them some very focused help. Just a great thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.